Hello, I am Gumball, your overlord and supreme Pokemon player. Today, we are going to be looking into an archetype that I hate and love at the same time. We're going to be looking at Dollstall. And not Florges Dollstall, not Oranguru like Chinchino Dollstall or any of that. We're just going to be running 4 Lillie Doll, 4 Robo Sub, and a lot of techs. So this is very reminiscent of the lists that were played at Collinsville. Very few changes happened with Rebel Clash coming out. But what does this deck do? Well, as the name implies, it is a stall deck. You aim to respond to everything your opponent does and deck them out before they have the ability to win the game. And you do that very well. Especially when your opponent doesn't know how to play against this deck, which a lot of people don't know how to. But before I get into all the card explanations and shit like that, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors at Guardian Gaming. Our lovely sponsors at Guardian Gaming. You go on their website, use code Gumball10, get 10% off your order. Get some codes. Get you some codes to buy some beaches. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into what this deck does. For the Pokemon, we run 2 Regirock. The reason we run 2 Regirock is not because it's a good attacker, because it's bulky. We run it for Omega Barrier. I'll get into that in a minute. We're also running 2 Hoopa. Normally I would only be running 1, but this change is more so specifically for PTCGO, not necessarily competitive play. Because PTCGO has been seeing a huge influx of Donk players, and if you start Hoopa, Donk just loses, because they need to hit 4 Zig, all 4 Scoop Up Net, and either, well, between 4 Cycle and 4 Super Scoop Up, they need to hit 4 out of 8 heads. They need to hit all that to kill a Hoopa. So it's pretty good. Other than that, you kind of just use it to block shit like Trevnor, if they don't have the Muck or Garb down. You use it against Eggrouse, so they're forced to attack with the Burning Shadows Plume. You use it against janky stuff, so you don't just lose to jank all of the time, although this deck does kind of struggle with jank. You use it against Tina Chomp. This card auto-wins Tina Chomp if the Dollstall players knows how to play the matchup, and since I am a very, good Tina Chomp pilot, I know how to beat the deck. What else does it do? Stops ADP. It does not stop Zacian, though. But we have counters for that. So, yeah, it kind of just walls your opponent if they're playing big EXs or GXs. We're also playing 1 Snorlax. Snorlax has the block ability where your opponent's active Pokemon can't retreat if Snorlax is active. Basically, if your opponent puts down Dedenne and they don't play AZ, Mallow, or they can attack with it, they're stuck and they just lose. Assuming that they don't have Guzma as an option, which, again, we'll get to in a minute. We run 1 Bunnelby. Burrow is good. You can attack twice with it, so you can discard the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck, or you could shuffle 2 cards back in. I mean, it doesn't have to be both. You can do one of each. 1 Giraffe. Get Lost is able to get rid of mainly supporters in your opponent's discard. So you can get rid of Ins, Guzmas. You can get rid of Executes if they don't prop them back, which is what they're supposed to do. You can get rid of energy to keep them from like special charging, or just basic energy if they're playing an energy heavy deck. Get Lost is just a very good attack. It's also how you beat the mirror. You run 1 Durant. This stops Eggrow, the mirror, or just anybody that tries to hoard cards in their hand. Because a lot of times what players will do is that they'll just say, oh, you're playing stall? I don't need to do anything. I'll just draw past the entire game and in last second. I'll just wait until I draw into everything I need and then start doing something. It's like, no, I'm going to chip off. We run, well, I'll get into the Sudowoodo in a second. We run 1 Sableye for Junk Hunt. Same concept as Bunnelby. It lets you get resources back, but you don't put them in the deck, you put them in the hand. So if you need a doll, you need a Versus Seeker, you need like a Lana Rod, you can Junk Hunt for the Life do as well. Sableye's your guy. I don't know which trade that was. Okay, I got another Morty. That's for another deck. We're also running one Munchlax. Munchlax has the ability, you just flip a coin. If heads, you put a card from your discard on top of your deck. Either way, your turn ends. Munchlax is good for a couple reasons. It has free retreat, so it is a pretty decent pivot. This is another card that's good against Aggro, the Mirror. It's decent against Trevnor too. Yeah. You're able to get resources back. You're able to get, like, the energy. If you're getting item locked, you can get back other resources. Munchlax is just good. And then we're running the Sudowoodo. So you know how I said Hoopa doesn't, Hoopa gets beat by Zacian V? Well, you can use Sudowoodo to watch and learn a Zacian V with a counter energy. And then you kill the Zacian. And the nice thing about that is that because this deck plays Teammates, which, again, we'll get into, you can Teammates for just the counter energy in the Sudowoodo. And usually if you have a Floatstone on your Regirock or just like a doll on the bench, you can just, get Sudowoodo active pretty easily. It's not just Zacian. This is kind of your out to beat all of your Hoopa counters, all the main ones anyway, like Guzzlord and Turbo Dark. It hits Guzzlord for weakness. Of course, like I said, Zacian V. What other neat stuff? Snorlax VMAX is able to get around Hoopa, but that should be a free win anyway. Sudowoodo's just very, very clutch in weird situations. And then let me go back to the Regirock for a second. You may have noticed that some of these Pokemon, like Hoopa or Snorlax, were walls. Basically, they rely on your opponent not having, like, a way to get around them, like Guzma. Regirock cannot be Guzma because of Omega Barrier, because it stops trainer cards from working on it. So basically, you can attach a Floatstone to this Regirock. Your opponent can't blow it away, so Regirock will always be a perfect pivot. And you can put it down while blocking them with Snorlax or guarding with Hoopa. And your opponent can't gust it, but they also can't, bench you out if they magically play like a switch or something. So it's very, very strong. You're also able to just stick a doll active, so if you're trying to stall for a couple turns, you can just put down Regirock. It's also gotten 110 HP, so, like, Noivern can't just board wipe you immediately. But yeah, Regirock is very, very good. It's a lot better than it seems on paper, but it matters a lot. And also, because you play counter energy, you can attack with Stone Edge. Let's get into the supporters, I guess. We're playing 4 Stevens Resolve, 4 Teammates, and the rest of them are 1-ofs. The reason you play 4 Stevens and 4 Teammates is because you kind of just like drawing into everything, like multiple dolls. You like drawing into your Pokemon and energy for whenever you need it. You like building big hands so you can play whatever you want immediately when you need it, and otherwise they just sit in your hand. Other cards we run. We run a Handiwork. This just lets you mill. If your opponent, it's kind of like the same thing with Durant. If your opponent's just sitting there, you can just do this, and they're not really going to stop you. Of course, this is also good for just if they're low on cards, you can start handiworking and try to mill them a little earlier. So if they're trying to save up for like an into one play and they have like 5 cards left in deck, you could potentially deck them out that turn if you hit double heads with Handiwork and then go into Bunnelby. We run 1 Flare Grunt. You don't really need to disrupt energy with this deck, but there are times where it's good to. Just to make it a little less convenient for your opponent to take that one random KO. Usually whenever you use Flare Grunt, it's because it buys you a single turn, and that turn can be crucial, both for getting rid of your opponent's resources and just, if your hand isn't the greatest, drawing in more stuff. 1 Faba. Faba's just amazing. Faba's how you beat, like, all the special energy decks. You can just, against Ultra Neck, you just go Doll Faba. Gladion, you only run 1. You could probably get away with playing 2. I don't think 2 is bad, but I don't ever really find myself needing to. Gladion, if you prize, like, a Counter Energy, a Regirock, a Hoopa, the 1-of Switch or the 1-of Floatstone, or the Life Dew for that matter, or just any of your techs, you can just Gladion for it. Gladion just softens the blow of playing only 1-ofs in a lot of really important card counts. 1 Guzma. Not every doll style list plays Guzma. I don't think Guzma is necessary, but I do really like it to get around Aggro. Aggro is a really, really bad matchup if you don't tech for it. And Guzma is good in other situations too. Like, if you don't need to blow both Counter Catcher, but you want to Gust to force a weird board state on your opponent, Guzma's really good for that. It's also just a Gust you can verse the Seeker for, which I really like. And then lastly, we're playing one Ranger. Ranger, you're able to undo like Noivern's item lock, so you can verse the Seeker for other supporters. Mainly, it's for ADP. Because if you don't have it for ADP, they can find ways to take prizes without you being able to stall them out all the way. We play 3 beaches. We don't play the full 4 beach. You don't need 4 beach. You mainly just play beach as a counter stadium and for the either early game or late game. Not really mid game, because mid game when you have decent hands, you don't really need beach. It's more, like I said, it's more so just a counter stadium. To keep shit like Skyfield out of play. What else do we run? We run, like I said, 4 Doll and 4 Robo Sub. That's kind of just the good part about this deck, is just being able to have those down. You're able to stall for a total of 8 turns more if you have like the Bunnelby, the Sableye, shit like that. And those are just free turns where your opponent isn't able to do anything. And 8 turns is a lot. 8 turns is a very long time. But just being able to put something in front of your opponent that they can't take prizes for and getting rid of the resources while they're doing it, it's not good for your opponent, which is why, again, you'll see everything in action if you don't believe me. We're running 2 Quick Ball. We only run 2 Quick Ball. Like I said, you have Stevens, you have Teammates, you have 8 Dolls. You don't really have trouble getting basics unless you're bricking. The reason that we're playing Quick Ball and not Nest Ball is debatably better. But the thing I like about Quick Ball is that you're able to discard supporters. So if your opponent is playing like heavy in, like, or if they're playing Marnie for some reason, which I've definitely come across and I have lost the games against it because of it, you're able to discard supporters like Faba. So you have them in discard for later, and you can just burst the Seeker for them. Because a lot of times, against like Ultra Neck or something, if they're playing like heavy Marnie, heavy in, or some stupid shit, if you Teammates or Stevens for the Faba, they can just get rid of it. And unless you hard draw, if they Marnie, you can't hard draw back into it. If they in, you have a small chance to. Or you can just discard it, and if you ever find versus Seeker, you get to just Faba, which is good. Speaking of which, we play 4 versus Seeker, 4 Mail. These are just consistency cards. Just like Quick Ball, except these are actually a lot more necessary. Trainer's Mail is good. You can draw into Dolls, you can draw into the Quick Ball, you draw into supporters. You play 45 trainers, so you have a lot of options with Trainer's Mail. We're running 2 Counter Catcher. You're almost always going to be behind on prizes. The only time you're not behind on prizes is when you kill stuff with Sudowoodo. So Counter Catcher's busted. A lot of times you just like Counter Catcher block them, or you can Counter Catcher and just stick something active to where you can attack safely with Junk Hunt or Bunnelby with a Regirock on the bench, or just even Dolls too. So if they Gust, it either doesn't work or they waste it on something they can't take prizes for, just for the switch effect. And usually when they do that, you can just giraffe away the Guzma. 2 Lonerod. The reason that Lonerod is really good is because you play... Normally, you don't play the Secret Hood. I'll get into that. But you normally play like 1 Float, 1 Life Dew. Getting back the Life Dew is really, really important. The Float is less important because you're usually sticking it on Regirock, which, unless the Regirock dies, the Float's always going to be in play. But more so getting back the Life Dew and the fact that usually whenever you get back a Pokemon, you don't really need a bunch of them. You just need the 1. In fact, that's pretty much the reason why we run Stretcher, isn't even to shuffle 3 back in, it's to put 1 into hand. But it's very scenario based. It varies scenario to scenario, and it changes a lot on what the strategy is with the Lonerod, but you'll see how diverse it really is. And then we're running 1 Switch and 1 Target Whistle. So the Switch seems really weird and unnecessary, but it's actually really good. Usually you can just use it. Like I said, you want to attach the Float to a Regirock so you always have a free pivot. But if you need to switch out of something that you don't want to start, like if you start the Sudowoodo, the Durant, the Bunnelby, even like the Snorlax, because you don't want to have the Snorlax out early game, you can switch into a Doll without needing to blow your floats down. And that's good. And then Target Whistle. Oh my god. You know how I said that usually if they don't play hard switch or a hard switching card, you just win with block? This forces that win con way faster. If your opponent discards a Dedenne, if they discard any support mon that they can't attack with, they just lose all the time. Now, of course, a lot of decks don't play, you know, usually they either play a way to attack with it, switch it out, hard switch, I mean, or they just don't discard it sometimes. That's why it's a one of, but it's a busted one of. It's awesome, dude. So like I said, we're running one float, one life dew. Life dew is optimal here because the entire point is to not give up prizes, and when you can just loop back the life dew over and over with like the Lana Rod, it makes it very, very difficult for your opponent to win if they're not playing Faba. And if they do play Faba, they are wasting their supporter on turn for getting rid of life dew. And that's good. Because you already can force like less prizes with the dolls, with your walls. And then you stall. And then the Hood. So the main reason I play Hood is to attach it to Hoopa against Trevnor, because usually you get one turn against Trevnor to do something. And usually I want to put down Hoopa. Because a lot of the lists aren't playing Field Blower, and the ones that do usually play one-ofs, which they might discard turn one because they go through like their entire deck. So if I put down Hoopa, and I draw into Teammates or Stevens at any point, I can get the Hood, and a lot of times that'll just auto-win the match for me. It's also good to put on Snorlax sometimes if they're playing the Alolan Muck with like, what's a good example of decks that still play Muck? I know Snorlax does, but you kind of body Snorlax anyway. Just again, it's very situational with how it goes. And then we play 2 counter energy. Normally the deck plays 3. I cut the third one for the Hoopa, which, like I said, is just a PTC Geo change. Normally you would just play 3 counter energy over 2 Hoopa. But usually on PTC Geo, when talking about like ladder tourneys, you don't really need the third counter energy as much. Especially when you have like Munchlax. You can Munchlax back the counter energy if you prize the other one, discard both, or some shit. Then we play 2 dark energy. This deck really likes to have basic energy. Mainly just so Faba doesn't just beat it. Sometimes if your opponent doesn't take prizes, you can still junk hunt with it. I mean, you can use Get Lost, Burrow, or Rototiller, and Chip Off, all with the counter energy, even if your opponent hasn't taken prizes. But it also just enables junk hunt, and it's just a basic energy, which is good to have. I'm sure there's stuff that I missed explaining with the Doll Stall list, but it's a very complex list that takes a lot of skill to play, and I haven't made a video on it because I didn't think I was that good of a pilot with it, but I've been playing it for so long now that I honestly think I'm a decent pilot with Doll Stall. So that was a bit of a doozy of an explanation. Let's go just hop in a game. I'll show you how the deck works. So a lot of times you will just lose games from getting donked because the deck is so resource-based that if you don't draw into like a Stevens turn 1 or like another out to a basic turn 1, a lot of times your hand's just full of resources that you need later after you get basic set up that you just can't use. So a lot of times you will just get donked. But most of your losses are donks, and this deck doesn't lose that often, so it's very reliable, and the tournament results back that up. So I noticed our opponent is playing Fighting Grass Psychic. I have absolutely no clue what that is. It is ADP Metacham? So this is a deck that we kind of just need to go Doll Faba. Teammates is a good get here. Yeah, this is going to be a hard one. I think we just win by getting rid of energy. Oh, wait, we can just trap the Celebi with Snorlax. I have seen a lot of these lists play, like, double Escape Rope. Which sucks for us. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if we don't trap the Celebi, we lose. We could also trap the Diancie. I see, I see. He's not gonna attack me. I think the reason why is because he wants... Well, no. You should always attack the Hoopa there. You're just giving me a free top deck. Let's see what that last card is. It's probably a draw supporter. Or not. Alright. So Counter Catcher is now online. Let's see, this is difficult. Put down, then we're gonna teammates for Regirock and Beach. We did unfortunately prize the Snorlax. Gladion is in deck though. So actually, I'm gonna Gladion. I'm gonna grab Gladion. Put down the Beach. Let's see. I want him to waste a Guzma. Let me put down the Durant and then Beach for 3. He is gonna Dojo. And goddamn, dude. That's really lucky. Oh, and we kind of just bricked. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. But our opponent does need to hit an energy here. Wow! That is actually kind of insane. So you're hitting for 80? I'm just gonna have to give up this prize. The Beach top deck is extremely lucky. I'm gonna have to put down the Sableye, attach the Life Dew, and just Beach and hope. That's actually a really good Beach. I'll take it. So we go teammates for Dark Energy, possibly? Maybe? Probably. Perhaps. Don't fucking end me. Oh my fucking god. That's evil. Bro, our opponent needs to chill. Evidently, I'm gonna have to go Counter Catcher energy. This is rough, dude. This is really rough. Counter Catcher. Did I price 3 energy? Yes, I did. I priced 3 energy, the Snorlax, and something else. That is really bad RNG. That is just silly bad RNG. If I don't put down another basic, I lose. I'm gonna put down the Munchlax because it has free retreat. And I'm gonna junk hunt back the Life Dew and the Counter Catcher. Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Our opponent's hitting the nuts. They got the entire 4-4 Metacham out. That's pretty good. I see. Alright, I'm gonna Stevens for the Gladion. Gladion, Floatstone, Counter Catcher. Yeah. Just don't end me. We will be Gucci. That's fine. Yeah, I don't think my opponent is running hard switch. I just don't see it. So we're gonna kill that. We're gonna send up the Munchlax so we can kill it. That's great. Alright, things are going alright. So I can do that. I can Gladion. That. Holy fucking shit. I think those are the worst possible prizes we could get in this matchup. We retreat into the doll. We Lillie doll. We Counter Catcher the Celebi because he can't attack with it. And then we pass. Hope he doesn't play Switch or Escape Rope. Guzma, yep. Which doesn't work. He's gonna try retreating it, isn't he? Yep. I wonder if our opponent realizes the situation they're in now. See, that as badly as this game was going, the Snorlax Regirock combo kind of just saved me. And this format, I mean, not format, this combo isn't foolproof. Like I said, they could be running Escape Rope or Switch, and if they were, and I didn't have the Regirock on the bench, they would just be able to kill my Snorlax for game. But they don't. Or they aren't running it yet. And even if they do play it, I can still win if they don't kill both Pokemon, which they can't do right now. So I can do that for the Snorlax. I can get that, and I can get that. Yep. So I have the combo ready to go again. It's just gonna draw pass. And they scooped, yep. Let me see if I can check my opponent's list real quick. Just to see. Yeah, see, they weren't running... The only switching option they had was Guzma and Float. Which most decks do, because Switch is just not that good and expanded. Guzma and Float are both better options than Switch. So, that's why Snorlax works. Like, the thing about Dollstall is that it's built to beat good decks. So it loses to bad decks by just sheer stupidity. Not even stupid, like, the deck is geniusly built. And I can't take credit for it because I didn't build the deck. This is just my list. See, if I had a basic, this would be do a really good opening hand. Like, honestly, replace any of the cards in my hand with a basic, and it would be great. Ooh, when we started the Regirock. I like starting the Sableye here. I don't like starting Regirock because usually whenever I use teammates, I like having it as one of those mons. Also, our opponent's playing Turbo Dark, so this matchup is like free. Like super free. As long as we didn't price Sudowoodo and Gladion, I think this is gonna be an easy win. So, I guess I should go over some of my game plan. Basically, I want to get out Hoopa immediately, just as fast as possible. That's going to force him to put down the Guzzlord or the Mew. Usually they play one or the other, sometimes they play both. You should win anyway if they play both. Okay, so I did prize the Sudowoodo, but I did not prize the Gladion. So we can get these 3 cards, because these 3 cards are really safe. Also, our opponent's playing Lillie. And they're playing Dark City. Why? This list is not very good. Because Dark needs to be playing Skyfield because they want to bench Shaman so they can draw into their whole deck so they can start hitting Dark Pulse for really, really high numbers turn 1. So, this is very bad. Another reason that this is bad is because you already played the Night Spear Darkrai, which gives all of your Pokemon with Dark Energy for your retreat, so it's a very pointless stadium. It's also discarding the Mew, which is a misplay. He kind of needs that to not lose. Unfortunately, Night Spear is gonna fuck my shit up. But again, it should be very easy. He's probably gonna Night Spear the doll. Yeah. Gonna Night Spear the doll, so the float is, again, a very safe play. It's looking like my opponent is not playing the Weavile. Okay, we do that. Those aren't bad prizes, mainly just the Sudowoodo. Our opponent's probably going to try to Guzma the Regirock because a lot of times whenever they play less good deck lists, that's just what they try to do. And also, now that I know that the Guzzlord is down, I'm just safe to go after it. Touch and Float. You play Float, Dark Cloak, and Dark City. Okay. Versus Seeker for Lillie. I don't know why my opponent is playing just Lillie and Expanded. That's not very good. But whatever, man. I'm going to go ahead and just Stevens here. I'm going to get the Guzma and Counter Energy. Guzma, Counter Energy, and Lana Rod. So if we don't get end here, we're going to be putting ourselves in a really, really good board state. I can only assume that he's comp searching for N. That is the only play that makes sense, but knowing our opponent, knowing just PTC Geo opponents, probably going to go after the Guzma. Dark Patch, or he's going to go after a way to attack with the Guzzlord. Swell. Whack. Okay. Opponent's very close to decking out. Where he's going to Red Banquet on the Hoopa, going down to 3 prizes. I'm going to need to life do the Sudowoodo. I should have life do the Hoopa. I didn't think he was going to get greedy, though, so I didn't expect that scenario to come up. So we're gonna teammates for the other Hoopa. Other Hoopa and probably Counter Energy. Because if we need to go into the Sudowoodo again, it's probably a good idea. Or we get Switch. No, we already played the Switch, never mind. Yeah, I'm just gonna get Hoopa Counter Energy. I'm gonna go ahead and put that down. Then I'm gonna retreat and just watch and learn the Red Banquet. I could have also gotten Beach there just to bump the swell. Alright, Counter Catcher is good. He's just gonna Night Spear. Get back these two. We're gonna go ahead and get Teammates. Right? I could just kill this, can't I? Yeah, I'm just gonna Teammates for Sudowoodo Life Dew again. Yeah, our opponent's gonna scoop again. Nice. See, even though it's stall, a lot of games go by pretty quickly because you're just able to play very fast. But yeah, that was a very weird scenario because, like I said, most dark lists are better than that. When you're not playing against a good list, you get really nervous because you don't know what your opponent's packing. If they're changing up a lot of optimal cards, they could be running stuff that just coincidentally you have a hard time against. Like, our opponent was playing Float, Dark City, Swell, and the Dark Cloak, when they should only be running the Dark Cloak, Darkrai. So as far as I know, they could have been running Switch, AZ, Mallow, and Lana, super odd to get back the one prizers. Who knows? Won the coin flip. Shit. I think our opponent is playing Donk. And we started the Hoopa. Yep, our opponent's playing Donk. Hit him with that well played. Quick ball away that. Get out the other Hoopa. And that should lock in game. Oh, that's funny shit, dude. Deck preview so terrible. Why? I don't know why deck preview exists. But like, I was able to see dark grass colorless. I don't know, bud. That seems like a donk. That's so funny. There's a lot of ways you can beat donk. The only reason I choose to go first there is because like I get an extra top deck before our opponent gets to attack. And so it's pretty nice. What is lightning colorless? Not lightning lightning psychic. Anyway, we win the coin. We know it's not donk, so we're gonna go second. Starting the Reggie's fine. We're about to find out what our opponent's playing. No! No, it's fucking Trev! This deck can't beat Trev! No, like, this matchup is actually impossible. Oh, no! Oh, no! Why? That's terrible. My God. No, we just lose to Trev. There is absolutely no way to win this matchup. Oh, God. Why? Why? Oh, this is evil. Okay, I lied. There is a way to win this matchup. It's just very unlikely. We need to have Snorlax, and we need to be able to Guzma up a Dedenne. I saw lightning, so I can only assume our opponent plays the Dene. D-Valley, that does let our giraffe attack for free. Yo, our opponent put down the Dene. We have a chance to win. You know, very, very small chance, but a chance. Literally, if we just draw Stevens, we'll be fine. Chorus for 4? I was gonna pass. Alright. What was that? That was a spell tag. We only have so many turns to win the game. Come on, dude. We have the outs. We play the outs. It will be a true Christmas miracle if we can win this game. Alright, here comes the Silent Fear. So I have a few turns. I still have plenty of turns. That's really bad. That's really bad. That's so bad. Silent Fear. So I need to bench the Regirock right now. Yo, bet. That wasn't Regirock. Snorlax is in deck. Guzma's in deck. I'll get Steven, Guzma, Snorlax. Yeah, I expected it. So he's attaching to the Trev. Oh, that's a bad one. That's so bad. Okay, we drew back into the Guzma, which is good, I guess. It's killing the Reggie. That's fine. We can only last so long, but luckily Hoopa has resistance. I just need to draw back into a Stevens. So you can't just Tree Slam me, which is what I was afraid of with the Regirock. Silent Fear me again. That's fine. You're gonna Tree Slam me. Oh, that's so good for us. I don't think our opponent knows how badly they misplayed. Okay, I can't bench the Snorlax here. I need to wait a turn for the Guzma play anyway. Just don't end me. Oh, yo, bust! Bust! That's game. That's definitely game. Bring that up. We're gonna mail. Versus Seeker. Mail. For Beach. We're gonna get Guzma back. Yeah. Then we're gonna pass. What are the odds you run AZ? He runs Scoop Up Cyclone? Bro! That's jank. Wow. Wow. Wow! Oh my god. Yeah, we're gonna be locked forever in. No! Wow, our opponent is insanely lucky. We're also just unlucky that we hit the one Trev player running Scoop Up Cyclone. Man, that's unfortunate. Well, I was right to get back the Guzma. I was not expecting that at all. Yeah, we're gonna lose now. I mean, fuck it, dude. Our opponent deserves the win for that. I can't believe they were running Scoop Up Cyclone. And that's gonna be a tree slam away from losing. Let's get back. Bunnelby, Guzma, Life Dew. I'm gonna Silent Fear me again. We're gonna have to start burrowing. Hit some resources. Treasure Lillie. Reverse the Seeker? Or just the Trev Break? Trev Break plus energy. Yep. Ah, the Scoop Up Cyclone is still crazy. Alright. I mean, that's not unheard of. I've seen Trevless play it before. You had the Guzma anyway. It's gonna be a must. Wow! Wow! We're gonna get BM'd by a fucking Trev running Scoop Up Cyclone. Hiding the fucking list, dude. Wow, dude. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, this isn't supposed to beat Trev, so it's a miracle I even got that close to begin with. So, yeah. I still can't believe that shit. That's crazy. Another option is that I could have just attacked with Hoopa. Jesus Christ, though. Okay, we got one more. One more. Let's make it a good one, shall we? Pure Psychic. I really hope it's not Trev again. What are the odds I hit the only two Trev players on ladder? That's a hand. Oh, it's... No! Why? I'm hitting all the shit this deck doesn't beat. You're playing Pure Psychic, so I know you don't play anything. Whoa, what? Why did you scoop? Did you prize every VMAX? But yeah, no, this deck was gonna body us 100%. This list is very interesting. Alright, that was a 39-second thing. That doesn't count! That doesn't count. Our opponent scooped before we got to play it. Thank God! But, like, come on. Alright, one more. Let's get a good matchup. Let's get an actual meta deck, please. Dear Christ. Zacian, probably. Probably Turbo. That's a deck I like to see. Ooh, that's a... Woo! That's a great starting hand. If our opponent's playing Zacian, this is, like, optimal. Yep. Standard Zacian, so it's pretty whack, but... Nani?! Why do these people keep scooping? Play the damn game! Also, yeah, it's looking like Turbo, but... oh, this is a terrible list. Doesn't run Sycamores. It's running Switches. It runs Lysander instead of... it runs one Guzma for some reason. It doesn't run Versus Seekers. Oh, that's pretty bad. It doesn't run Elixirs either. Or In. Yeah, this is just not a very good list. Alright. I'll give it one last chance for our opponent not to scoop to us. Because I want to play the game. Again, let me hit an actual meta deck. Let me hit like an 80 PZ with like the 4 Guzma and the Guzma Hollows and Tag Call. Like the good shit. Let me hit shit. I'll take Trevnor over some jank shit. If I'm going to take a loss either way, I'd rather, you know, I'd rather have my excuse. Grass, Psychic, Colorless. No, I don't think this is Trevnor, because Trevnor plays a Dede. We'll find out what he's playing. It could be Donk, but I don't see it being Donk. I'll put both of these down just in case. Because it could be Donk with, I think it is, I think it's Donk with Seviper. Maybe. What the fuck? What? Game, you betrayed me! I said no jank! This is fine though. Snorlax is actually really, even if it's jank, like, I can still hit it really hard with Sudowoodo. 380, so, assuming you play the Skyfield. Right? Wait. I don't think I need the Skyfield. I think with a full bench, I can copy Snorlax's attack to Oko with the buff padding. I forget how the math worked out on it. Alright, this was an interesting turn. That's a really good top deck. We're just gonna put down dolls. So I can probably stick the... I could probably stick the Tino with the Snorlax, but I don't think that's reliable because, again, it's jank. We never know what jank players are playing. You've always got to prepare for this stuff. I'm just going to set up right now with the Pseudo combo. Normally, I should be getting, like, the Regirocks out, but no. No! Our opponent's playing the Skyfield anyway, and they're going to research away an Acerola, which isn't going to do them any good anyway, so that's not that bad. Quick Ball. Another Snorlax. Take your sweet time. I'm gonna use a Versus Seeker. Why? I'm not gonna item lock you. I would think you know that. You didn't burn a card. You still have 3 in hand before the Shaman. That's just confusing. Benching all these Shamans. What is this list? I'm so confused. We're just gonna get the Regi. We prized the float, but that's okay. I guess we're gonna get the switch. So we don't have to burn a Robo sub. I would need one more Benchmon to kill the Snorlax. Right? 5 times 3, 150, 210. Yeah. I guess I need to just get another... Get a doll. So as long as I don't get end, I can definitely kill the Snorlax. It's looking like I'm just gonna be able to kill 2 of them per game. Or not. That fucks me up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not good! Yeah, that is not something I expected to come down. But, we have Faba. So that doesn't matter at all. So our line of play is just going to be to find the Faba. Yeah, G-Max Fall. If we top deck Faba, that's even better. You're going to take prizes? There you go. Teammates for Faba. I have more than enough benched Mons. Yeah, I have enough benched Mons right now. We're just gonna get versus Seeker. Because I don't know if I'm gonna need the Stevens or the Teammates. Why did you bench the Giratina? Research. Oh, what the fuck? Is it? Never mind. Not gonna question it. Not gonna question our opponent. I don't know why they didn't just research both Giratina, because then you could just Distortion Door if you're gonna bench it anyway? What is our opponent doing? Did you just... You can press another compressor. Alright. You ready for this? Because we're about to Oko. And goodbye. Busted, dude. 420, man! Float is really good. Hoopa is meh. Doll is good. Benched Mons. That's all we care about, is getting benched Mons. Now that the Snorlax is out, we can kind of just pass prizes until we win. Gonna put all these shamans down. Jesus Christ. Gonna send out that prop. Big old prostate. Comp search. Probably for either energy or field blower or something. One or the other, for sure. Ugh. So we have Faba sitting in discard if he ever plays another weakness guard energy. As of right now, we're probably just going to let one prizers die one after one until they go down to 2 prizes. That way we can just kill the Snorlax again with Sudowoodo. But we'll see. Because decking them out is still a viable win con. We're going to go for Teammates into Bunnelby Guzma. I guess. I don't really see anything better to do. We're going to retreat into that, bench another doll, and pass. Is just going to kill the Durant. Do that. We can teammates. For a couple more energy, I guess. Might as well. Burrow. And Burrow. I'm pretty sure this game is locked in at this point. Because again, I can just get back the Sudowoodo whenever I want it. He's just gonna kill the Bunnelby. I'm waiting for it. I'm gonna shark it too. I'm gonna hella shark the Snorlax. We're just gonna get back the Sudowoodo and the Life Dew now. Do that, and we're just gonna versus Seeker for Steven's Resolve. We're gonna get Sudowoodo just in case he plays Marnie. What do I not want to draw into? A lot of these are pretty decent cards. I guess the Target Whistle is doing me the least amount of favors. Literally just tried to use another Regirock. Why? Why are you like this? Yeah, that's gonna be game if you attack into the Snorlax. I guess in theory it would have been better just to not do anything. I think they realized what's happening. Smart. Buff padding to the active. It's not gonna do you any good. Like, you're playing into my win con. He realized what's up. Uh-huh. I can just Stevens. I'll get a Stretcher Handiwork. Stretcher Handiwork energy. Should I put down the Sudowoodo just to bait him? Because that could be pretty funny. Nah. Let's just Handiwork. Okay, we hit what we needed. That's game. Did I play all 4 versus Seeker? No, I only played 2. Okay, well, that doesn't do anything because he just Cynthia'd into the same amount of cards. Oh no, you're gonna blow me? You're gonna get rid of the Sky Field. Come on, what are you trying to do? Are you gonna try to kill a bunch of dolls? Yes, he's gonna try to kill dolls! Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. It doesn't matter. I have so many Pokemon in my hand that it just straight up doesn't do anything. That's silly. I mean, I have Guzma Bunnelby energy and I have Sudowoodo energy. And a bunch of Pokemon, so I kind of just have my win con no matter what. I'm glad my opponent's not scooping, though. Because it makes it more interesting. It makes it more dramatic. And he is just going to take a KO. Well, I do want to show off the Sudowoodo a little bit, so I am just going to go Sudowoodo, energy, bench, bench. Yep, there's the scoop. Not even going to give us the chance to take all our prizes. Alright, you know what? I have just enough for a pack. Let's go get a Triumphant. I've been opening a bunch of Triumphant lately because I'm trying to pull Celebi Primes. And in the video last week with the Empoleon, I actually did pull a Celebi Prime at the very end of it. So let's see if I can get the same magical luck. Because it would be very fun if I could. Oh, where is it? Should be, there it is. Alright. Let's see what we get. Damn it. Okay, we pulled a reverse Shuppet, so we are, yeah. I don't know if Legends existed in this set. Probably. I don't remember. No, Darkrai and Cresselia did, so probably more than that, too. But that's gonna do it. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any questions about Dullstall, because it is, like I said, it is a very intricate deck, so I definitely didn't get to cover all the grounds. And we played against a lot of janky shit, which, I mean, the deck struggles against, for sure. But, you know, in a competitive... This deck is a lot better in a competitive environment. Not necessarily for ladder. Even though I do like it for ladder. It is very fun. But, I will get back to you guys probably next Friday. Because that seems what my upload schedule is now, is just every Friday or some shit. Anyway, I'm gonna head out. I will see you guys later. Bye.